there are questions.
Right, so your questions.
How are you going to raise 100 million?
Well, very simple. The answer is, when I'm given the mandate, and we will see who is the ruling government, and I will talk to them, and if it fails, I will talk to the state, and if it fails again, I will personally raise the money myself. Being in the banking and financial in global internationally, 100 million is not even more than, to be exact, it's not even more than 32 million US dollars. So raising funds through my peers, together with my peers, is actually not an issue. The most important thing is when I come out, when I stand out to be given the mandate, whatever I promise, it can and it shall be done. Any other questions?
Not related. They are asking about where is Tony Phua.
I really don't know where he is. But you see, if he doesn't appear, that speaks volumes. That means, just like for the past 10 years, I had so many people on the ground. You know, when I visit the markets, when I talk to people from the community, from the groups, they always say that when he is voted in for the past 2 terms, given the mandate, he did not really address the issues of my constituents. So I really don't know where he is, and he should actually be matured enough to come and join me, and even join Ryan for a debate, so that the voters can actually see who has the best policy and to address the needs and the wants of the voters.
Many people actually ask, they don't know you. Okay, they don't know you and how you can do for them, and also they want to know, when you were elected, how are you going to devote your time, because you are an international man. And at the end of the day, they still want to ask, why should they vote you?
Very simple. 2 terms were given, the mandate were given to Tony, Mr. Phua. And each time when he was given the mandate, something bad happens. When the first time he was given the mandate, back in 2008, the housing crisis started happening, and he didn't even lift a finger to help the voters. Everyone suffered a very damaging financial condition, and then he did not do anything. I'm not against him, but I'm very much against his policy. And the second term, back in 2013, there was a spillover from the economic crisis in Greece, in Europe in particular, and it spilled into Malaysia. And again, well, he didn't do anything except, just keep on harping on the same issues over and over again. Issues like 1MDB, issues like GST. Tell me which country in this world does not apply some form of tax, like GSTs or SSTs or whatever you call it. There are many different terms they call it. If a country abolishes, especially Malaysia, if Malaysia abolishes GST, what's next? Think about it. There's no way Malaysia can abolish GST. The only way Malaysia can do is to reduce it, okay, and then to reinvent the GST. You cannot abolish GST. Prior to GST, you have actually the sales and service tax as well, the 10% service tax and a 5% government tax. Was that not more than the GSTs? And secondly, why would you vote for me? Because first of all, I have no political baggage, and if you vote for Tony Phua again, and you guys give him the mandate all over again, he is going to steamroll over you guys just like what he did for the past 2 terms. And moreover, when they even choose to ditch the rocket, the flag of the party, it means that is bad. The party, the Democratic Action Party, may have lost its principles just to just to be march into Putrajaya to get into power. So the reason why you shouldn't vote for him, you should vote for me, is because I am the person who can actually bring you through change. With my 20 over years experience in global banking, finance, and in economics, I can bring you change.
Lee Hong Tian actually asked about what is your background?
My background, I was born and bred in Kuala Lumpur, okay, Klang Valley. And I'm contesting in Damansara because I live in the constituency of Damansara. And I finished high school and straight into the real estate industry for a few years before I actually go to the States for my how should I say training or internship, and then I've been attached with a few major corporations, and until today I am advising various central banks around the world with their translation of economic data and other financial related how should I say excerpts. So that is me.
Sha Kok Ten asks, what are your views and stand on transit-oriented development (TOD) and local council elections? Thank you.
I feel that the LCE, it has to be revamped totally. Although that is a state issue, I have to refer to my colleagues on what to do when given the mandate. But whatever is happening in the LCE, there are a lot of flaws. Not just a few, there are a lot of flaws. There were a lot of flaws. And given the mandate, I will be able to do something about it. I mean, I cannot promise you, all right? I cannot promise you. I'm not a person who gives empty promises. I cannot promise you. But I will definitely look into it, and then we will have to revamp the LCE.
Okay, another question. How are you going to give 500 ringgit per car, assuming each voter have 2 cars?
We will look into that. First and foremost, we have to see the owner of the car. Is the owner of the car a voter in Damansara? If he is, then we are going to give. If he is not, then we do not. Because my promises, my voters, they are my bosses. As and when I am given the mandate, that is what I do. I will only empower those in Damansara for a start, for the first 1 or 2 years. Then we will slowly move to the national level.
Still the same questions, but it's different person. Brandon Chang, sorry to say wrongly. Your party can't be forming government. What can you do? You did not have the fund or power in parliament. What change you can do? In parliament, you will be ignored.
This is what you think. When I am the true voice in parliament, by being given the mandate, they cannot ignore me. Both packs, whether it is Barisan Nasional or whether it is Pakatan Harapan, they cannot ignore me. And there are times, okay, there are things which I can do, which they cannot fathom. And as for funds, we have lots of them, trust me.
Lee Hong Ten said, Tony is PPE graduate from Oxford. Is that a question?
What about? His graduation has got nothing to do with me, I guess. So,
there's no more questions being posted. I think that's all.
Okay. So if you guys have any problems or any issues or even any questions, you are free to reach me at 019-378-2500. That's 019-378-2500. Okay. Thank you.